I thought about this long and hard. I wanted to put this the correct way so I didn't make any mistakes about how this game went for the Denver Broncos and Dallas Cowboys. This is the Denver Broncos. This is the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh no, what are you doing to us?
We are fucking you.
Oh no, why?
'Cause we are better than you!
Fuck the Cowboys. That's good, Broncos. Let's get this W. There's a Bronco dog right there.
Last day of 58. Happy birthday, Dad. That's good, Broncos!
That's good, Broncos!
Welcome to That's Good Sports. I'm Brandon. I can run for more yards than Ezekiel Elliott. Perna and the Broncos destroyed the Dallas Cowboys 42-17, keeping Dallas's drought of beating the Broncos strong. Dallas losing to Denver since 1995. The year better known as TLC's Creep was the greatest song ever invented year. That's how you close out a game, Aqib Talib, with a 103-yard Talibing pick six on one of the safest throwing QBs in the NFL. That's Talib's 10th pick six. He's just too shy of the record held by Rod Woodson. Believe it, Broncos fans. Believe it, because the hype is real. 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 That's good, Broncos. This episode is sponsored by SquadQL, the fantasy managing app that helps you manage multiple fantasy football teams. If you're like me, you're in like 3 or 20 leagues across different websites. So if you're on ESPN, Yahoo, CBS Sports, you can manage all your teams with this app. My favorite thing is the optimize lineup button, which I did, and I believe I am now winning in 2 of my 3 leagues that I'm focused on today, and 1 I have a lot of guys left to play. So it's free, it's 100% free. There's a link in my description. Give it a try. You've got nothing to lose, unlike the Cowboys, who lost everything. Just one last summer shandy before the summer officially ends. Not many people thought Troy Aikman, with his blood red eyes, was high as F fuck. If he was high, I just hope he overpaid for weed and boosted the Colorado economy. Personally, I think he just happened to spend the weekend rubbing faces with Bob Costas. Dated joke. Sadly, we'll never know the real truth about Aikman's eyes, just like the ending of every true crime series out there. The only thing I'm mad about is that I wanted to say the Broncos held Ezekiel Elliott to zero rush yards, and now I have to say they allowed him to shred the defense for 8 rushing yards. 8. That's almost as many times as Von Miller jumped off sides trying to sack Dak. He finally got 2 sacks in the 4th quarter, and I predicted Von Miller would get 2 sacks. That's foreshadowing for the rest of this episode. CJ Anderson had 118 rush yards. That was just 110 more than the supposed best back in the league. No big fucking deal. I will say Troy Aikman's face wasn't nearly as funny as Ezekiel Elliott's face, realizing he had 0 rushing yards deep into the 3rd quarter. Okay, one of the things that's different about this Broncos offense, this Broncos team, is they are looking great on their opening drives. Demaryius Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders, both making big plays on the first series in the receiving game. Trevor Siemian tossed an easy touchdown pass to Emmanuel Sanders on the worst play action you've ever seen. I'm not sure what's worse, Siemian and Anderson not being on the same page there, or the fact that it fooled the Cowboys defense. Broncos go up 7-0. Second drive, Denver was moving the ball again. But then, I guess they got scared by the lightning or something because Siemian didn't see a couple very open wide receivers on back-to-back plays that could have been touchdowns, and Brandon McManus did not tickle the gooch. So, after the missed field goal, we had to sit through a pussy-ass lightning delay. And I don't say pussy-ass lightly, only for lightning. Hey world, you ever hear the phrase, you have a better chance of getting struck by lightning than winning the lotto? Well, it means it's almost fucking impossible. So why stop a football game, a game of men? doing manly things. You think God, who we all know controls the weather as he globally warms the earth because he's tired of our human bullshit, is going to strike down a football player with lightning? Or such innocent drunk fans who may beat the shit out of each other in the parking lot over one wrong word? No, he is not going to kill them with lightning. It is not a threat. Just like a naked Jerry Jones around your wife. Hey Jerry, is that an erection? Or did a child give up on making a sculpture of an armadillo nose with that tan-colored Play-Doh? That's right, I said it. Jerry Jones has a disgusting penis. After an hour-long delay of lightning, fans in the stadium were fourth quarter drunk and ready to party. And apparently, during the lightning delay, Menelik Watson forgot how to block again because DeMarcus Lawrence strip-sacked Trevor Siemian, giving Dallas the ball within the 5 of the goal line. Dak hit Des Bryant for a touchdown, tying the game 7-7. Early. CJ Anderson was playing like a madman, though. No, I said madman, not madmen. There, that's a madman. He scored on a 16-yard reception, plowing his way through the goal line. Denver answered again with an Emmanuel Sanders touchdown, holding Zeke the Freak to just 5 rushing yards at halftime. Zeke would later have 0 rushing yards in the third quarter because he lost 5. Dan Bailey kicked a 56-yard field goal right before half, cutting the Cowboys' lead down 21-10. Got the score right this time, guys. Broncos up 21-10. I may have had a typo in an episode recently. Fucking forgive me. And the teams went into the locker room at the scheduled non-lightning related break. Now in the third quarter, the Broncos orchestrated a 7-minute drive. 7 minutes, finishing with the Virgil Green touchdown. That's right, a tight end got into the end zone. The Denver defense, since it's been elite recently, has not known what it's like to be fresh with an offense sustaining drives regularly. Dak Prescott had a ball intercepted that went right through Des Bryant, the elite receiver's hands. Chris Harris Jr. was the one to Talib, Des, and had a great return. Now, I predicted the Broncos would get 2 picks. One by Harris, one by Talib. I predicted Von Miller would get 2 sacks. I predicted a Broncos win. If you don't believe me, I'm pretty sure it's in my Periscope or my That's Good Broncos pregame episode. And I may have said CJ Anderson would get over 100 yards. So pretty good day for me. CJ Anderson finished up that interception with a 23-yard rush to glory, not glory hole. That's Tuesday nights for CJ. Glory zone, end zone for another Broncos touchdown, giving Denver a 35-10 lead halfway through the third quarter. But here's the thing this team must fix. They must learn to step down and break the windpipe when they have their foot on the throat of the enemy. Up 35-10 after a great defensive stop for the Broncos on 4th down. Siemian turns it over on the next play with a bad throw to DT on what he should have just thrown it away on this broken play. They handed Dallas an opportunity to get back into the game just like they did against the Chargers last week. 1 time as a fluke. 2 times, a coincidence. If it happens 3 times, it's a goddamn trend. And not a good trend like skinny jeans on slightly overweight guys. What, I really enjoyed looking at fatty male thighs being squeezed by denim boa constrictors when that was the cool thing. And then Jason Witten, who I also said would be a factor, scored a touchdown over Justin Simmons, who got beat pretty badly on the play. At that point, the score was 35-17. Cowboys, possible to get back in this game? I didn't think so. I wasn't worried because the Broncos had a big enough lead where I didn't think there was an issue like last week. However, I wanted to see a perfect game. I really did. But I guess it's okay to always have something to improve on or some shit. I will say, the Dallas secondary was decimated. Nolan, Carroll, Chidobe Awuzie, they left the game early. Kayvon Frazier got hurt at one point, and Orlando Scandrick wasn't even active. So yes, the Broncos' air attack was very good, but it should have been. But I mean, there is something to be said for an offense who is supposed to win a matchup, and then they go out there and do it. But I don't think this was a great gauge to see where the Broncos' passing game really is. But it looked good. The worst part of the game was watching Bennie Fowler try to run off the field when he was clearly concussed. He fell twice just trying to get off the field, so I hope he's okay. He came down hard on his head after making an acrobatic catch that was nearly a touchdown. Garett Bolles was also carted off the field, crying, not in pain, but because he loves football more than most of us will ever love anything. Get healthy, guys. Bolles had an x-ray on his ankle. It was inconclusive, but he said he thought he heard his Achilles pop. He'll get an MRI tomorrow, so I'll get you an update when I can. If it is an Achilles injury, that is bad news. His season will be over, so keep your fingers crossed. If Bolles is done, personally, I think the Broncos got to make a move to get a great left tackle in there. They switched Alan Barber over. I think he can play left tackle. I'm not sure that's what he wants to do, but they may rotate Barber and Stevenson moving forward. But yes, let the Joe Thomas rumors start again. Denver, give the fucking Browns a first-round draft pick to bring Joe Thomas in if something is wrong with Bolles. If you want to win a Super Bowl this season, you gotta give up the goods. The biggest difference for the Broncos offense right now is on third down. The Broncos were 9 of 15 tonight. They were 8 of 15 against the Chargers. That's a major improvement for them from last year. I think Mike McCoy is doing a hell of a job with the offense so far. Siemian finished the night with 4 touchdowns, 1 pick, 231 passing yards. So overall, great performance. There are plenty of worthy Big Dick players. You will have to come back tomorrow for the Big Dick player episode and the game review. I have to give Big Dick shout outs to my Patreon supporters, Laura Link, Keelino, Jackie, Aquilino. Your names are so hard. Robert Phillips and Drew. And I missed one a while ago to my sweet, sweet European friend, Greg Mihalowicz. So you can keep this channel alive with a monthly donation. It can be small. On my Patreon account, there's a link below, and I will start making my in-depth game recaps that go up the night after the game, available to Patreon donators only 24 hours after the original upload. That's gonna start this week. I think it's fair. Still gives you a chance to watch the recap if you think giving me $1 a month is not worth your money, which if you do, that is totally fair. But for the Patreon supporters, you will be the only ones that have access to those videos permanently. And let me just say something seriously to the United States. Dallas is America's team, like North Korea is a fun fucking place to live. Everything is bigger in Texas, including the amount of points your football teams lose by. Burn notice! Thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Sports. Make sure you subscribe here on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook, go over to my YouTube channel, subscribe there, please. I'm on Twitter at Brandon Perna. Thanks for everyone who is tweeting to me during the game. It really makes me feel like I'm at the game.